All right, we're good. We're good.
Awesome. Perfect. And then this one moves back and forth too, so you guys feel free to move the mic. It's up to you.
Sure. Wow, really? And I have to sit down now. Yeah, it's gonna work.
We are coming back at 5, 4, 3. Welcome back, Billings, to your favorite lunch hour straddle. Or if it's not your favorite, it's my favorite. It is my favorite. I'm super excited because we have guests.
Yes.
And it's a mystery. I love surprises. Like, that's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And I've been peppering Jamie with questions always. Well, what are they? What are they talking about? What are they doing? What is this new business? Tell me the details. She's like, I don't know. It's a surprise. So I'm super excited. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and kind of like give us a flavor of what we're doing?
All right. Well, my name is Damian Forrester. I am a local real estate broker in town, investor, and all that happy good stuff. But I one day got a phone call from some friends and clients in the past of mine. I've been talking just a little bit, that really put me in this new journey and venture that we're currently going to be talking about here in a second.
The surprise.
Yeah, the surprise that I'm really stoked for to share with Billings, Montana, a local community, not only a local community, but other cities around here and surrounding states, because this is going to be huge.
Oh,
and so
it's not just Billings anymore.
We want people to put a Billings already on the map, but we're going to do a little bit more.
Nice. Nice. More than just Yellowstone.
More than just Yellowstone.
Yeah.
That's right. So Mackenzie Brown here is my business partner in our new venture, and we have a lot to share with you. So feel free to ask any questions, and we want to make sure that we get this out, and so everyone knows who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Brown, and I am we are the owner of Sacred Grounds Healing and Art Studio here in Billings, Montana, and we have a new location coming up. We're opening very soon, and yeah.
Both of us all. Yeah. There's a lot to it.
There's a lot.
So it's great when what happens is that when people come by, we have friends or just random strangers open the door. We're like excited to share these empty space to show them exactly what's going to be there. So I would like to pretend that we're on a tour right now, if that's okay with you guys. All right.
Let's
So,
use
and I
our
always put
imagination.
Mackenzie on the spot, and I say, Mackenzie, you do a better job than I do on all this. So could you take my friend on a tour?
Yeah, sure. So at our new shop, we are going to have 5 in-house healers and practitioners. We have a massage therapist, a Reiki master, oracle reader, and intuitive guidance. We're also going to have a metaphysical store where you can get all of your metaphysical needs for healing and all that fun stuff. We're also going to have a full service coffee shop, specialty coffee shop with all organic and natural, no synthetic ingredients. We're also going to have Middle Eastern style coffee, Turkish, Greek, and Egyptian coffee. And then we also have an entertainment space called The Grove, where we can host local bands and classes like yoga and pottery and painting. And we're going to also host local vendor events, movie nights. And we also are going to have 2 very large walls for local artists to showcase their beautiful work. We also have a junior wall for local younger kids to showcase their art. And we have a lending library, bring a book, take a book. We feel at Sacred Grounds that knowledge should be free and free flowing. Did we miss anything?
No, but I want to get more details.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean-
give me the details. It's
So-
like,
So
this is
amazing.
This is a different space. I mean, as you can hear, it's a one-stop shop,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
And ladies, jump in when you're ready, because for me, I didn't know anything about this. I mean, I was a stone gem feelings. Well, what is all this stuff? Until I really got to know Mackenzie and AJ and these ladies here to find out, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And not only that, how incredible it is, and how many people know about what this actually is. I feel like I'm in a little bubble. So even starting off with the retail spot, you guys had a small shop before.
Mhm.
Now this place is just absolutely going to be amazing, you know, and it's a place for different people of different walks of life and cultures and whatever to come through. I mean, we're talking, who else has Egyptian coffee or Turkish
I
or
was just gonna say,
different
like,
cores of coffee?
have not heard
You
of
know?
Billings having that.
Right, so this is a
That's cool.
space of culture for people to come and learn, understand, and take in, and a place for you guys to sit down, not just only have a cup of coffee, but to understand, learn, and be a partner with each other, with us. You understand? So walking into a completely different world. Unlike other amazing coffee shops here locally, and there's some amazing coffee shops, but this is gonna be a little different.
Yeah.
And so with these spaces, with the Grove, right? That's what we call our auditorium. I mean, we're on the west end of Billings. Are you gonna have some place to really put on an event?
Right.
There's
It's-
not a lot on the west end, really, if you think
Right.
about it, to actually host events. And I'm not sure, how big is the Grove space
gosh.
to host events? Like that maybe is step one.
Yeah. So the room that we have is about 25 foot by 30 foot. So it's a good size.
Yeah, that's decent, yeah.
So let's roll into, because I know we're gonna be, I'm gonna get these ladies together, some action here. We're gonna be having some things coming up soon, but let's talk about you guys and what you got going on.
That's my cue.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we're talking about the Grove, I am the event coordinator for the Grove. I'm also the retail manager. My name is Rose. Nice to meet everybody. So the Grove, the actual advertising campaign for the Grove is where all roads lead.
Right.
And that really helps encompass what we're trying to do here. Everybody is welcome, regardless of what path you're on and where you are in that path. We're going to be welcome for you, and we want you to be here. We're planning vendor events, poetry readings, monthly reoccurring themes, as well as a space that people can use for family gatherings or whatever. And I think we guessed about 112 people the other day as an occupancy, and I have an event coming up that I'm going to be doing there where I'm planning for 15 plus vendors.
Nice.
So we've got a lot going on there. I love the idea of this place, and I have to say Mackenzie was understating just a little bit.
Yes,
Um,
she was.
This is an amazing space. I'm totally with Damian on that, and it has been so long in the works. We've been working on this since our Heights location, which has been a year and a half ago. And this has come to so much more than what we had before, and it's going to be so much more of what this community needs and what we're looking for.
Are
You know,
Are you still open in the Heights?
no, we're not.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Willow's Mysticals was the shop in the Heights.
Okay.
And instead of that, I now just have an office in this great space, but I'm good with that because this is a place of community. And I think there's such a calling in these times. People need support. We're going to be able to help physically. We're going to be able to help with some of the emotional, with some of the spiritual struggles. And you can get your coffee and your spiritual junkie taken
I
care of
know,
in the
right?
same spot. How awesome is that?
Awesome.
Yeah, I was like, I'm already sold. That's sold at like the first sentence. I'm ready. I'm ready. When do we open?
Right.
I'm gonna be there.
So for me, this would lead into April, the different vendors that we are currently renting our space right now. Both of you are those type of practitioners.
Yes.
So can you guys tell us, and we can fill in with Walter and everyone else, but let's start with you.
Yeah.
So my name is April. I own Dragon's Gate Reiki. I'm a Reiki master teacher.
I'm
so
sorry,
that
what's a
means-
Reiki?
Hold on, what's Reiki? So Reiki is energy healing. Some folks out there might be familiar with chakras. And essentially, I describe it as when you walk into Walmart and the vibe is off. Come see me, let me help you.
I actually wrote something about Walmart road rage.
It's a thing.
You know, we're all connected by energy. you know, and so a lot of us right now in the social climate of our world, it's hard to not feel off and hurt. I'm also a social worker by day. I know how much our community is hurting. We all carry things in different ways. So Reiki is essentially fine-tuning the energy of our bodies, and it's a holistic approach. So it's mind, body, and soul. So that's what I do. But I'm also a Reiki master teacher. So if there's anyone out there that wants to learn that art, anyone can learn it at any age. So I teach that as well. I also am in the process. I'm so close to having my yoga certification. I just took my final and passed. So we will be having yoga classes. I also do therapeutic art like kintsugi, which is breaking the bowl and then putting it back together with beautiful gold. So things like that.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. It's a wonderful class.
I've never heard
It's
these
a
things.
wonderful class. So I do therapeutic art. I also do oracle reading and intuitive counsel. So there's just a wealth of things that we offer in each of our private practices that, again, it's a holistic approach to the body, right? Like, what does this person need and how can we better assist you? Catherine, so when we talked about the tour, right, when you first walk in, Catherine's office is actually the first office. She's our in-house massage therapist.
Super busy right now,
Catherine,
right?
if you're listening, please forgive me if I mess up your business name. She owns Arkea Shakti. It's our Vedic healing, which there's not too many of those in our community. So she's a rare and wonderful human being, and she's actually the only person, I'm going to give a huge shout out to this. If you've had any trauma, she's the only person that I trust with my body work. She's a phenomenal healer. So she does massage therapy, she does marma therapy and reflexology, and those are each their own individual type of healing, and they're unique. So depending on what you're looking for, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's something for everyone here. You know, there's a different modality depending on what you're needing. You can walk in the door, and if you have a question, one of us is going to have an answer. And if we don't know the answer, we're going to find it for you. If you're looking for something to support you, whether it's in the mind, body, or soul, one of us is going to have that support system for you. You know, each of us comes from different walks of life and different backgrounds where all roads lead, right? We're going to be able to support you in some way. So when our doors open, please come down and check us out and let us have the opportunity to serve you.
Here you thought we were just coffee.
Yeah.
Right? We are beyond coffee.
Yeah.
You want to
Yes.
go ahead and share your talents?
Okay, so I'm one of the older ones of the bunch.
Experience.
Don't tell anybody. I've actually been working with cards and intuitive work for over 30 years.
Wow.
And I've only gone public in the last 4 years. Now, since I've gone public, I've traveled a lot, and I've helped people in Oregon, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, and I keep going. And you know, it's amazing because I meet tons of people. We build these strong, intimate relationships. I help them with what they need, and maybe we'll see them again, and maybe we won't. But they leave better than they came in.
Right.
That's awesome.
So my official title is Intuitive Oracle Seer Spiritual Counseling. So I use cards, but only as a visual representation of the messages that I am getting.
Right.
So it's much easier to tell somebody that something is a certain way when there's a picture to support it, instead of saying, it feels like cinnamon.
Right.
You know, that's a little hard for people to grasp the concept of. So that's what I do. I love it. And, you know, it just amazes me, all of the people that we can help in so many different ways.
And if you don't mind talking about Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we also have a little boutique in our shop. The gentleman is an incredible artist. He travels around the world and puts all of his photos that he takes onto silk scarves and has them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's incredible.
they're beautiful.
Yes.
They're and each scarf has its own story, and he's also a retired a mental health worker as well, so he's always there to lend an ear and help people out as well. So
That's amazing. This place sounds like just amazing. I'm excited. When are you guys opening?
Hold on.
Oh.
This is the first time anybody's gonna hear this.
This is it.
Oh my goodness.
so
Okay.
you're gonna open our doors on September 8th.
Oh.
Right around the corner. That's dope.
This is so
That's
exciting.
amazing.
I like how, and I can feel it from like all of you, you're so passionate about this idea of building a community in a safe space.
Yes.
And it is, I mean, like, it's just like radiating off of all of you, just this idea of like, everyone deserves a space to be themselves and to find healing in whatever way that they need to find healing. Like, I think that's incredible. And I think that's something that Billings really needs.
Yes.
Yes.
We need those spaces, not just on the West End or up in the Heights. Like, we just need spaces where people get to be themselves and where they're met where they are, wherever they are on their journey.
That's right.
And
That's right.
so, yeah, I'm super excited about
Great
this.
way to explain it, yeah. Definitely. Thank you.
So that means we get to go to the grand opening.
We would love
We
that.
would absolutely
Yeah.
love that.
Personal invitation, here it is.
Oh,
There
there
you
we
go.
go. There we go.
That would be
We're
great.
gonna take a quick break and then we will be back because I want to know more about the future, some of these like goals in the next couple months as you open, and the event, this vendor event too. I can't wait to hear about it.
Wow, guys.
It's not that it's not something to be nervous about. It's a conversation
Yeah.
among
And we
friends.
have no air in here, so we apologize.
I know. It
It
always
does
gets
get
hard,
hot.
especially the second hour.
Oh, by the way. Hi, guys.
No, no. I was like, we're live there, we're live here, we're live all over.
Yes,
You just mostly get to see my back, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
But it's a very nice back. So,
Oh,
yeah.
we got that.
One of actually our show sponsors is Laura Krabs with Stickerfish, and she's watching
Oh.
online, and
Oh,
she says that
yeah.
she's like she cannot wait to come.
Yes, I love
Sticker,
her.
what is that?
Stickerfish.
Yeah,
She said sticker or something else.
Yeah.
she's
Awesome.
amazing. She does all of these for us.
Cool.
And she just does amazing work. But she is like, I cannot
She's a
wait
great
for a
advocate.
space to where it's just accepting. And
Yeah.
I just love that.
Yeah, that would be a good vendor. Yeah, she's amazing. I have her cards out in my vehicle. I didn't bring my stuff in. That's
Yes,
okay.
Laura, we're just shouting you out and telling them how great you are.
And I still need to get with you for t-shirts.
True. So true.
Everything's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna get that shirt.
So have you all been working together for the last year then? Or has this kind of just been a filtering of people joining on?
So yeah, Rose and I have been working for the last. We kind of shared a space there for a while in the Heights.
It's kind of interesting how we met.
Yeah.
We were both traveling, doing shows, and we were in Gillette, and I saw some of his artwork from across the room and fell in love with it. And I didn't get to talk to him about it at that show, but then the second event that I was at in Gillette, I was actually able to go talk to him, and I said, look, I am opening this shop in Billings, and I have a space that needs to be decorated. I love your work. And, you know, we worked on it from there, and it started out with him coming up and decorating one of the spaces, and it's built from there. So it was kind of funny that we had to go to Gillette to find each
Yeah.
other in Billings.
Right.
Oh, it was destiny.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's been
It's
a
mine.
great partnership since then, and that's been
Oh.
3 years.
AJ says he forgot to mention the Opus soundbed.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I can just tell that there's so much involved in this
There
that you're
is.
like, okay, well, what all can we talk about?
Yeah, there's a lot.
There is.
But we have time.
That's so amazing.
We have time.
That's so amazing.
That's
So
an
pleased.
interesting connection though, that nowhere near Billings.
Yeah, we had to both go out of town to find out we lived in the same place. So
Yeah, That sounds about right.
6 degrees of Billings. I'm telling you.
3 degrees.
3, okay.
Really, we figured it out. It's about 3
Okay.
degrees. Yeah, everyone's connected within 3 degrees in
I
Billings.
say
Yeah.
story. That's what I heard and I believe it. I went to
think
Whitefish one day
Oh no.
and someone was like, yeah, it's Damian. And he just, honestly, just through a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I had a couple weeks ago because I rotate co-hosts every week, and I had Elissa Leiniger, who's a local Western artist, and she was telling me this story about how someone who bought a piece of her art was talking about it in a diner in Arizona,
Oh, wow.
and the waitress was like, "Oh, what kind of art piece did you get?" And she described it, and she's like, "Oh, that's Elissa's work." I was like, "What?" And this guy was just traveling through. It was no connection to Arizona. He was from Texas. I was like, "That
We're
makes
all
sense. Billings
connected.
is small.
We are all
It's
connected.
large
We're
town.
the big, small.
Well, you know what it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll just touch base on it.
That's so great. Oh my gosh. So anybody want to go to the biker bash tonight?
What?
Biker bash. It's tonight at Harley Davidson with Kid Kentucky. No, we can't give the tickets away.
Yeah, I've been trying all day and yesterday. I have. It's been a thing.
Oh my gosh.
Like, not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll go anywhere.
Yes.
You did go once, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And we come back and fun. And I really do have a crew in here today. We have the crew from Sacred Grounds. And I can finally say what the name is because
Yes.
it was announced.
You have been announced.
Right, exactly. It was great though, over the break, kind of just hearing the stories of how all of you got connected and like the different pieces, parts to this puzzle. And there were some things that you were like, oh, we have to bring this back up. I forgot about this. So I want to know what were some of the other things?
So one of the other things that we have coming, and we're so excited about, it's called the Opus Sound Bed. So it's sound healing, and it's a bed that you lay on, and the music that you are listening to, it vibrates your body, and it is FDA approved.
That's what I heard.
And it takes as little as 7 minutes for healing to start, and you can go up to however long you'd like actually, but it's incredible, and we're super excited to get it. And
I'm so happy I'm the owner of this, so I can just, like 2 o'clock in the morning, just run over there and just.
Be like, I need some healing.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Snoop Dogg, I listen to Snoop Dogg and.
Probably, yeah.
All right.
And if I remember correctly, aren't we the only ones in the state of Montana to have it?
that is correct. Yes.
Correct, yeah.
That's really
Wow, good plug right there.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, that's
hair.
that's pretty cool.
So how did you get involved, Damian? Because like you've been involved in real estate for a really long time.
You stole my question.
Yeah,
No,
well,
you know.
Jamie, I'll let you.
Huh?
How, I mean, this is a pattern here. I mean, we
Yeah.
met, 10, 12 years ago.
No, 2005.
Oh,
I
that's
went
exactly.
To,
Oh my God, that's exactly when I started real estate.
yes,
That's
I
right.
came in. You were working over at C21. I
Yep.
came in to do the advertising. On my way out from visiting his broker, Damian pulls me aside. Hey, I'm a new agent. I'm on, what was it? A champagne, no, how did you put that? Something about champagne diet on
Your
a
budget.
Yes.
I got no money.
I love it. Champagne
And
diet on
ever
your budget.
since then, here we are.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I mean, there's a lot to it, but we came a long way. But I would say that how long has it been? I mean, 10 years.
10 years.
10 years
Wow.
that I helped you and buy a home.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so throughout the time, we've been connecting here and there. By the way, I'm talking about McKinsey, and connecting here and there, and then one day I get a phone call. You guys are looking for a different space,
Right. Yep.
right? That's where it started, and then you told me about what the space was and what you're looking for, and I was starting to get a little bit more intrigued myself personally, and then you guys talked to me about the idea, which I was like, yeah, that's not my space. But yeah, I don't know anything about this. And when I went home, I did my research. I was like, wow, there's a lot to this. And then the coffee thing came up, right?
Right.
And I was like, I did my math on that one.
Mhm.
You have to help me with my math on that one. But I opened my eyes. I was like, wow.
Coffee's a thing.
But coffee's a huge thing, right? I mean, we know people in town that started with one and now they're up to 4 and whatever. You know who you guys are.
Right.
Love you guys. But I was like, wow, this is incredible. And to learn something new, well, we just finished talking about, for about 20, 25 minutes here. And I'm so open to so many things to understand and learn. And I'm a big giver. I guess I hate to say that about myself, but I feel that I am a giver and I want to share. I was teaching class yesterday and I was like, I don't care how much knowledge I give you. I don't care if you're my competition. This is 2 other agents. You just better do better than me. Otherwise, I'm going to go there, but I'm here to give. I mean, why not share what we have? And so more and more we talked, the more I was interested. And I was like, I'm in, and it just went from there to looking at a place in the Heights and then strategizing about that. And then this place fell in our laps. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is so expensive. And we did our numbers and, things are working out. We're really, really stoked and excited. So here we are today.
I think it's gonna be an
That's
amazing space. I'm so excited.
Jamie's just like,
I'm just
I want to
When
be there
does it go?
tomorrow.
Yes. I'm excited to go. I think it's gonna be fun, and I'll bring my daughter because my daughter loves to do art, and she loves music, so I think it'll be good times.
No, I'm just really excited about the idea of a space like this on the West End because I live on the West End and so obviously going all the way up to the Heights would be a long stretch for me, but this is like in my backyard, so that's even more exciting.
There's so many things that can blossom from this.
Mhm.
We talked about already a flight,
Mhm.
right? A
Yep.
coffee flight.
Mhm.
Who does that right now?
Oh,
Don't take
no.
our idea, but if you do it, we're gonna do it better.
Yeah.
But I mean, for real, and when you think about, when I talk to my friends and people about this in the community, like, oh, aren't you part of? I'm like, yeah, but, and they're like, well, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, explain to them. The notes here. Egyptian. Whoever had an Egyptian style coffee? Whoever had
Or like
a
I'm excited
Turkish.
to coffee. That's what I'm
Right.
excited for.
This is bringing international culture to a place like Montana.
Mhm.
And the great thing is that there are a lot of people that you think may not know about this, but really do, because a lot of people in Billings do travel,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? And they're going to see this and like, oh my gosh, I remember what, and hopefully we can take them back someplace they enjoyed,
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm also a huge coffee person, so that's like the one thing that you have to try when you travel. It's like, okay, I don't want the chain coffee. I want to try the small coffee shops.
Yeah.
I want to see what their coffee is like everywhere you go. So Turkish coffee's been on my list for a while. I have not had Turkish coffee.
Perfect.
So see,
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this.
It's good.
I believe that.
I'm
I
glad.
wouldn't want to try it if I didn't think it was good.
It's good.
But I'm excited that it is something new for Billings and something that is going to bring a little bit of a different cultural vibe to Billings.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
It's super exciting. So is the first event that you're hosting the vendor event, or is there a different event that's first?
And again, there's my cue.
Right.
Okay, so we'll be having our grand opening, of course, which is on the 8th. We're so very excited. And then the following weekend is actually going to be the first big event scheduled there, and it is the second annual. Okay, let me get all of this right here. Second annual Mysticals and Whimsicals Metaphysical Expo.
Nice.
That
That
is a
is a
mouthful.
lot.
It is. The first one was even bigger as far as the name goes. So this is downsized. Basically, it is, I'm going to have vendors there. We're also going to have a guest speaker. And I'm looking at it as a new way to expo because I work a lot of expos around. And, you know, everybody gets there and the vendors get there and they do their thing and they go, and they don't usually get to network and talk and interact very much. So Friday night, we're going to have a guest speaker to be announced. We're going to allow for early setup Friday evening after that. Saturday, from 10 to 6 is the first day of the vendor show. Sunday, we're actually at 9:30 going to have a vendor meeting where our vendors can socialize. We're going to have provided snacks from the coffee shop there in Sacred Grounds. And we're going to actually get to talk and communicate and try to set up future things and get to know each other a little bit, building on that community thing again. And then Sunday is the final day of the show, and that is going to go from 12 to 5. I look really forward to this, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity to showcase the Grove and what we can do there and the options that are available. The thing that's going to be really cool about this is that it doesn't have to be a huge commitment on the part of our guests, because they can come and get a coffee, see that something's going around, browse through the show, you know. So if you're in this line of work, if you're not, if this is something new, if you're wanting to learn, it's going to be there, it's going to be available, and there's going to be a free flow throughout all of the offices, the retail, and the coffee shop.
Are you allowed to talk about some of the vendors that you will be having?
I do have some of the vendors set up already. So, I have Ushi Beck, and she makes these amazing crystal light beds. And they would work so well in conjunction with the sound bed. And what they are is, you know, everything is a vibe, right? And there's color frequencies and whatnot. And these crystal beds are amazing because what it is there's these huge, amazing hand-picked crystals that have colored lights behind them, so that not only can you get crystal therapy, but you can get light therapy also. And they're set up so that they can align with the chakras, just to help get your body back in whack a little bit. And coupled up with the sound bed would be absolutely amazing. So shout out to Ushi, she's great. And her husband Barry, who helps her with it. So we've got them. I have a great friend from Casper coming. Her name is Kathy. She's an oracle and tarot reader. I have a few people from Gillette that are signing up. Locally, I have a person who's going to be doing foot massage. Amazingly, she loves feet. I don't know why, but she loves it. Shout out to Roberta. Kudos to you, lady. So we've got a few others in the works also. We do still have a few openings. So if anybody is interested in signing up, can I drop the contact information?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I should have asked about that ahead of time.
You just can't say.
Yeah, there's just
Okay.
Okay.
So if anybody is interested in being a vendor, we do still have a few spots coming up. This is a great opportunity to be on the ground floor and get things going. And you can send me an email. It's at willsmist@gmail.com. That's WILLSMYST@gmail.com.
Cost anything?
Yes, there is a cost for vendors booths.
No, I'm sorry for attending.
No, it is
There
going to
you
be
go.
free
For attending.
attendance.
Oh, that's
So
good to
that
know.
people can freely roam and check out the full facility.
Face painters.
Not yet, but if you know one, send them my way.
My daughter will have to see if she's
There
busy.
you
Who doesn't like
We
that?
can make it happen.
I love how Damian is back here like, I had no idea.
I was the background guy. You know.
Don't forget about this. You're a great facilitator.
Now, we are also, other than just this event, if you are interested in hosting other events there, the email for that is events@sacredgroundstudio.com.
Nice.
So you can certainly reach out to there and see about hosting your own events there as well.
So what's going to be your hours of operation? Monday through Friday, weekends, evenings?
Gentlemen?
Monday through Friday,
Okay.
6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Mhm.
And it's Monday through
Friday.
Friday.
Or no, I'm sorry.
No.
7 days a week. Sorry.
7 days.
Oh.
Seven.
7 days a
okay.
week, yes.
There we
That's
go.
gonna be amazing. That'll be
Why did I
fun.
catch that? Yeah, 7 days a week.
You know, it
Sorry.
just happens. And as many of us, I mean, we live in Billings and we know that our night scene tends to revolve around like one thing. I would say, I like that this is another space that is open later that you can participate in, that is not just going out to the bar, going and drinking. Like, this is something different that is still open later.
And I like to think, I mean, it's a safe place,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a
Right.
safe place after, you know, if you're out whining and dining with your significant other, they're gonna come in there, have some coffee, chill before they go back home to the crazy kids or whatever. A place where teens, you know, curfew hours, of course,
Right.
but can come opposed to hanging out. And I hear a lot of this, kids hanging out at Shields and, you know,
Skate park.
Yeah, skate parks. I mean, just come, enjoy, have a great time. You know, not be rowdy, of course, but a safe place for everyone just to come, gather, and build relationships.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
Yeah.
We have to take another break. I know. It seems like it just time flies
It
by.
does.
But then I want to know when we come back, just kind of what the space looks like, what the layout is, what can people expect when they walk through the door? Because I think that if you know ahead of time what you're walking into,
Yeah.
you're more likely to be like, oh, okay, I know what it is. It's not something too new and I don't know. You know.
Yeah. You know.
If you know, you know. Because I do think like a lot of times with like new places, people get kind of
Well-
concerned. They're like, I don't know what I'm walking into. I don't know.
I'm excited because, and I'll say this online, of course, but this man's mind, his vision is literally exactly how I'm seeing it right now in reality.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel it's being transformed to someplace different. You know, when you walk into it, it's just gonna be like, I am not in Billings. You know,
Well,
so
what
I'm
I've
really excited about
seen this far on, because I knew it was more than just coffee, but what I've seen on the videos that Damian posts was like, this is something else. This is bigger than that. So I was excited.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you
Yes.
so
much. Appreciate it.
No, I-
Yeah,
This is
it's
something that Billings needs.
yes, I agree.
We need it
So-
too.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna be serving baklava since you guys are doing
Yes, baklava is definitely it.
Because there's only one place to get it, and I'm just like, I need more of it. So I'm so bad.
Plus, it's a long process to
Oh,
make,
me
and you
too,
will
isn't
probably
it?
get distracted.
All honey, natural honey, local honey. Oh my gosh. Polly Kovacs, we can get really
Definitely talk about like how the
What's that?
honey flow.
Polly Kovacs.
She does have.
She does honey.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
We can get Polly's honey and make
What doesn't
baklava.
that woman do?
I don't know. She does hot yoga. She does bees.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's just a real estate thing, is that they're always involved in like 15 different things.
Yeah.
It
This
is.
is my last project, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
sure you said that about the last one.
Famous last words.
I am done.
I doubt
it.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Mm-hmm. You guys are great hosts, by the way.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm sweating, but it's all
It's
good.
just because the room
It's-
is warm and not.
It's
so
DJ
warm.
hot yoga.
Yeah, you say that. Now. I'm hoping that it isn't opposite in the winter, because I've only been
Oh,
doing
yeah.
this
I
summer,
have
and so
enough
I'm like,
fluff on me. I'm okay. I'll be very well insulated.
Last couple of years has been like minus 13.
I know.
it's the 1 week we got all the way down to -35 with the
Yeah.
wind, and I
Oh.
didn't want to leave my house.
Great.
That's when I thrive. I love wintertime.
Keep all that.
Yeah.
I'm out. Deuces. You guys on your own.
Checking on us from Puerto Rico.
I got
How's
cameras.
business?
I know. How you guys doing?
That's funny.
Kinda.
And what was the space before too?
It was
Like,
Pierce's showroom.
Oh.
basically.
yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay. Well,
Yeah,
because
there's
when I
lighting.
Googled it, like the address, that's what came up was a picture of Pierce, but I was like, that seems
We should probably make a point of that,
Yeah.
so people know how to find us.
Uh-huh, yes.
So Leif actually does websites for pretty cost-effective websites, and they're nice. that may not be a bad idea because I think he does the SEO on them as well.
Oh, he's a marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he can build a website. If you guys don't have one yet,
Yeah.
it's, you know.
Oh, we have merch coming. We're gonna have some awesome merch
See,
too.
all of the things
Yeah.
that
You
you
need to
haven't
get to
talked
see
about
this
yet.
I can't wait to pimp that stuff out.
I know, I had referred Catherine. Catherine was our massage therapist looking for tumblers, and I referred her to the Sticker Bish.
Mm-hmm. She just, I don't know, she's so creative.
I like creative.
Always so.
We are creative. We're all creative.
10 seconds. Yeah.
You're 10 seconds. I hate counting that thing down.
Well, don't stare at it. It's an easy solution.
Either way.
Welcome back, Billings. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you are having just a fantastic lunch.
Yes.
I know I have not had lunch yet, and so after this, lunch is on the mind.
I want baklava.
That is what you're If you're just joining us, though, we have Sacred Grounds on with us talking about their new venture coming this way with your grand opening, which is on the 8th.
That's correct, yeah.
What time is the grand opening? I don't know that.
Don't hold us to it, but I mean, once those doors open, is it not a grand opening?
Well, yeah, but like, is it your typical hours of 6 a.m.? Like,
Yeah, I
is
think
your grand
that,
opening
yeah.
6 a.m.?
6 a.m., yeah.
Let's see who the first person is to come on
That's a
in.
bit
Yeah, it's
gonna
early
be
for
exciting.
me. I will probably be later.
We're gonna have lines out the door, so we can
Just saying. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is just kind of a totally different thing for Billings to have. This is an all-inclusive space that is creating a community with everything from coffee to healing to sound to massage to oracle. I mean, like everything.
One-stop shop for healing.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. But there's also food.
There is food,
And
yeah.
I mean, at 6 a.m., that's pretty early. There should be some food to go with the caffeine.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't want to
So,
crash.
Yeah, we're gonna have local bakeries here in town, or local people who would like to get their pastries out in front of people. At Sacred Grounds, we want to hold a platform for people to express their creations and just to give them a way to just to get it out to the people. So, yeah.
That was not very specific.
And yes, we are having baklava.
Yes,
I
baklava.
was like, so far what I know is there is baklava as one of the things.
Baklava is
But,
definitely yes.
you know, if we're keeping it a surprise, we're keeping it a surprise. I don't need to know. I'll just have to
We don't want to
show
give
up.
you everything.
But you know. I mean, I already know about the amazing coffee, so.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Just know it'll make your tummy happy.
Yeah,
There
yes.
we go.
I
There we
like food.
Yes, you do
Love
like
food.
food. So, grand opening on the 8th. What's the date of the event, the first event?
So the event is the following weekend. So it will be, okay, I have to do my math backwards here. So it will be Friday the 15th, Saturday the 16th, and Sunday the 17th.
Perfect. I love that. Is there any other events that are currently in the works?
Well,
I'm
we
assuming
are,
that we're still looking for.
yes, we are
events.
still looking for events. So far, we are planning some yoga classes.
With goats?
So we have.
Well, we have
It is. We are talking about it. We will figure out a way to work this out. We are in such this. What's awesome about being in this space is there's such a collective of minds, and so the conversations that we have, we're having so much fun here. Imagine what it's like every day at
Right.
the Sacred Grounds.
Just the
There will
collaboration.
be yoga with goats at some point. Okay.
Let me know.
Please let me know. Yeah, I will say that one, you'll have to come back and
Okay.
tell me about it.
Will do.
No, but we are
Oh, I
going.
know, I'm saying before the event.
So going.
Yeah.
Ask Lee about my goat thing. I
Oh,
love
Yes,
goats.
Yes, yes, for sure. But yeah, so back to the events. Obviously, Jen got distracted.
So one of the things that I'm hoping to have there, and we talked about this with Mackenzie like months and months ago, is on Wednesdays. He asked me if I would be able to do something. So the first Wednesday of each month, I'm hoping to do an oracle forecast that people can come to. And my goal with it, and he doesn't know this part, but so he's hearing this too. I did a test run of an oracle forecast a couple months ago just to see how it would go. And I don't go by your zodiac sign or any of that because there's so many different variations of that, right? But people, I think, are very elemental. You have your fire people, your water people, your air people, and your earth people. So that's how I'm doing my oracle forecast. So I'm doing cards for the fire people and the water people and the earth people. And it will be a forecast for the month on how they can better their month and how they can work together with people from the other elements
Love that.
to achieve more in their month. So that's one of the things,
That's fantastic.
as well as goats.
But yeah.
Don't worry, everyone. We'll have goats.
Goat yoga, puppy yoga, all of the things.
Do the goats have pajamas?
Well, they're gonna wear
One
something.
thing at a time.
Jamie, are you providing these set pajamas?
I could, maybe, possibly.
So, and other events too, when we alluded to the junior artist out there, I mean, anything can happen, right? But at the same time too, I love our community and I love what we can do and help the youth bring out what they have. And I mean, whatever it is, you know? And so having maybe an art show, having maybe events for them to come in, having other people come in for them to learn more about this new thing with what they're doing, whatever art it is, you know, we're here to educate, you know? Once again, the whole thing about educating and bringing people together, well, a date night, you know, a movie night. To come, we have enough space,
Yeah.
limited, of course.
Well, which brings me to my next question of what does the space look like? Give me like if I
So I'm gonna start off real quick, all right?
Okay.
And you guys heard it offline. I just love this man's vision. I mean, he showed me the CAD drawing of what he wanted to do, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's really cool, you know, but we really do this, right? But as things progressed and as we are moving towards an opening, and you ladies can see, you've been there, it for me, it is exactly, I'm not sure if you saw his drawings, but it's pretty much exactly what was in his mind. You're gonna be coming to a place, and I know, man, you are amazing.
He's
You're
like,
gonna be
stop
coming
being
to
so
a
humble.
place,
Come on.
I know, right?
You can brag a
That
little.
is, for me, is you're not in Billings anymore. You're gonna be transcended to a space that you're like, I'm coming in here and I'm gonna see these people that I've never seen them before, or I've seen myself before, because I'm in this place, and it's gonna be beautiful. So I'll let you go.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So it took me quite a while to pick out the paint colors for one thing, but yeah. So to sum it up, I feel like if you think of like a modern Harry Potter.
Nice.
Or a grown-up Harry Potter vibe
Okay.
with your metaphysical shop and all of your healers and practitioners and coffee and treats and the library full of books. And yeah, so that's kind of the vibe that we're going for. And just, we want it very welcoming and inclusive. And yeah, so when you walk in the door, you'll be, hit by obviously the smell of coffee, but we'll also have like oils and crystals and journals and just, and local artists, a lot of local artists will be supplying our shop. So
And very good energy.
yes, very good
Yes.
energy, good vibes, soak up the good vibes, right? And yeah, just inclusivity. We really want people to enjoy their experience there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm excited.
So speaking of the vibe, when I walk into the place, it's almost, the vibe feels like you just walked in and you hear, it's that release, it's that heavenly sound, probably a little more heavenly than what I made it out to be. But the reason that I was over here trying to grab the mic is because I wanted to say this before I forgot, because I thought it was so funny. So years ago, I told my husband that I wanted My goal was to have a place that you could walk into and feel as though you would be able to buy a mugwai there. Now, dating myself, for those people that don't know, mugwais are what turns into gremlins.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this yesterday. I caught it.
And the mugwais are these magical, exquisite, fluffy, curly, cute as goats kind of creatures. You just can't feed them after midnight.
No, or put water on them.
Exactly. So not only do you get the but you might even find a mugwai.
That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
That's like the
The other one was my trouble with tribbles, like, but
Oh,
that's our
yeah.
that's another.
Well, and you know where I was going with this with my husband is that when my husband first saw my office space, because it looks like a different world, like Damian was saying there, he walks in and he remembered from so many years ago, and I hear him say, because he doesn't want me to know that he knows I'm hearing it. It's a dynamic there.
Yeah.
He says, "Wow, it looks like you could find a mugwai here." I went, "Oh, thank you."
You're like, that's all I ever wanted. Oh, I love that. So, we talked a little bit off air, but I want to let all of our listeners know this is in the old Pierce showroom.
Yeah.
So that's the location.
Yep, 2950 King Avenue West. So
Yeah. So definitely enough space to accommodate everything. It's not like we're in a cramped small area.
so
That's
it's pretty
great
open.
space. I know where that's at.
Yeah, it's about 5,000 square feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So big.
that's
It is big.
amazing.
That's
And then are you guys okay, so I know in the building you guys are gonna do stuff. Are you going to do stuff out in the parking lot as well? Are you gonna host like bands? Are you guys gonna do movie night, that kind of thing out in the parking lot, or is it
Well, we don't
all
own
internal?
that space
I
yet.
don't know.
So but that's something that's a great idea. We talked about it, but obviously we have to speak with the owner.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
there are other businesses there, so we have to
Okay.
respect their
Right.
space and hours and all that happy good stuff.
Yeah.
So who knows? Yes.
There's
And-
potential.
Yeah, and then and speaking of potential, I mean, there's so much future potential of what we have there. If it's getting a coffee kiosk, if it's going to shows and traveling with a lot of other vendors and bringing the word of who we are out there. I mean, there's so much potential.
That's so awesome.
That we're excited.
I love it. So September 8th, 6 a.m. That's really early. Yes, I know.
Be ready.
6 a.m. is early for me.
She's like, no, not even for the goats.
Oh, I might make an exception if they're
Maybe. I just won't go to bed. I'll just stay up all night and just show up and I'll be like,
But 2950 King Avenue West in Billings. If you're familiar, the old Pierce showroom.
Yep, we're right by Firehouse Subs,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
by the way,
people
they have
love
been
that.
phenomenal to us. I just want to give them a
Nice.
shout out because
Yeah.
they've been awesome towards us.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then this is just, it's gonna be, I love how you said it, just like kind of transporting yourself to a different place. And just something that is truly magical and accepting, creating a community, creating a space for everyone, really.
That's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love it.
with
I
his
am
mouth.
so,
Yes.
I am so excited about this.
Thank you.
But like I said, September 8th, grand opening. Following weekend, a huge 3-day event with vendors, and you're still potentially looking for some vendors. So if you're listening and you
Yes,
are
reach
interested,
out.
just like please. Well, and you really want to make it just like as unique as possible. Like have a wide array. I love it. Everything about it.
So, knowing the crew that we have at our space, I love that you use the word unique because that is one thing that none of us have ever been accused of not being. If we have anything, we have unique in spades.
I love it. Oh, but yeah, so I'm super excited, and this is gonna be 7 days a week, which is a
Yeah.
lot. And it's gonna be open late, which is even better.
Better.
Yes.
Yes. I love having nightlife that's not your typical nightlife because they don't live that life anymore. So it's nice. And I've noticed that in Billings, just watching my friends on Facebook, they're always looking for new things to do in the evenings. So that's huge. I've been doing it for a long time, but now it's becoming a thing, and I think it's amazing. And thank you guys for doing that for us. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I thank you for coming on and just talking about everything, because I think that, like I said, this is something I think that Billings is ready for, and something that everyone needs. Everyone needs a community to feel a part of.
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you for coming on and sharing with us. This has been absolutely incredible.
Thanks so much for
Thank
having
you
us.
having
us
so much.
It's been awesome.
Yeah. Billings, we will catch you tomorrow from 11 to 1. Thanks for tuning in. That was great. You guys did amazing.